Welcome to Knowing Spirit and Taco. I'm Taco.
And I'm Spirit, and we're going to be talking about our freshman experience in college.
I'm class of 2020 since I changed my major to finance, and she's class of 2020
And
as
my
well.
major is social work. And so, really, being at college is like a different world.
Yes, especially going to HBCU. So when I came to A&M, it was the fall of 2015, 2016 school year. But when I changed my major, I'm in school longer or whatever. So originally A&M was not my first choice to school to go to. I wanted to go to Tuskegee. I didn't even know nothing about A&M, none of that.
And so for me, I knew about A&M because my older sister, she attended A&M. But I wasn't planning to go to A&M. I was planning on going to UAH. And it wasn't because of PWI, HBCU. I really wasn't into knowing about that for real. But I went to Alabama A&M because they offered me a better scholarship. And so it was really just the money. But I really enjoy being here. And I'm glad that I attended HBCU now that I really understand the pride in it.
I went to A&M because A&M have the cheapest tuition in the state of Alabama compared to all the other schools that I applied for. You would basically would have been paying like $30,000 each school year compared to A&M. You're paying like 14,000 each school year. So yeah.
Yeah, because I was originally going to go to UAH, and the only way I was going to go there was because if they gave me a reasonable scholarship, which they did not do. And Alabama A&M is so gracious with their scholarship offers. They gave me so much money for mine.
And even if you don't have the 4.0 or the high ACT score, they'll still accept you. They'll still give you a chance. Compared to like University of South Alabama, I had a high GPA in high school, and then I had a low ACT score, which was like a 16. But because I had a 16 or whatever, they was like, you're gonna be on academic probation just to go there, which was stupid to me. So I was like, I ain't got time for all this. I'm just gonna go to A&M.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's crazy. And then UA was just straight up like no, because I think when I applied, they was like, you can have the high GPA and the low test score, and they still take you in, but I still got denied for some reason. So I was just like, forget it. I'm just gonna go where I'm accepted to.
I've been trying to pull this up on my phone for the longest.
Okay, so one of our questions is, why did you choose your major? When I first came to A&M, I was originally an accounting major. I changed my major because I felt like I didn't understand it once I got into the actual courses of accounting. So when I took my first finance class, because you required to take intro to finance um, with a business major, whatever, I understood that side more than accounting. So I just decided I'm gonna be a finance major. And then it didn't set me back that far because literally the curriculum is just about the same, just more finance classes than accounting. Yeah.
Okay, I chose my major social work because I always wanted to help people. It wasn't a matter of knowing what to do because I wanted to help. And so social work is the major that helps the most people. So I want to own my own adoption agency. That's my major goal. And so that was brought on from being raised with foster cousins and just wanting to help families in general. So that's why I chose my major.
Okay. How was your moving day freshman year?
My moving day was it was lit. Okay, so I get up there and so I'm not really pressed about it because I've been in Huntsville, I've been at the campus before, but moving day my parents was only there for like an hour and a half because they had to go get my sister who was living in Huntsville at the time, but she was moving to California the same day, and they were driving her to California. So they was there for a total of an hour and a half, and I didn't even they helped me make my bed up, but we didn't have time to clean the room and everything together. So later that night on moving day, I went and hung out with my friends who was already on campus because they was upperclassmen. and I knew them from Mobile, so I went and spent like that night at the apartment, and we just hung out.
Moving day for us was completely different. How they treated y'all, they was not with it. You know, y'all got duffel bags and stuff.
Why didn't get no duffel bag?
I'm saying to people now.
Last year I was like, how y'all get this good shit? But I could barely get I didn't even get my refrigerator.
All I got was a first aid kit, a little first aid kit on my bed, and a bag.
Oh, they gave me
with some water and
bag.
crackers in it, and you had to sign in. You had to show a license or something just to say that you stayed at this dorm. Then you had to check in over here to get your key. Then you had to go upstairs to talk to your RA. Then you got to move in. I stayed in a non-traditional dorm, so it was just chaotic.
Oh, no.
Everybody got too much stuff. Like they just moving out their mama's house.
No, she making me remember now. Okay, so line was so fucking long. Like I stayed in Terry was up the hill. So it was a long line. So me and my oldest sister had to walk out our vehicle and walk up the hill while my parents were still in line just to check in. Cause we were like, we ain't about to wait in that line. So me and my sister got out the car and walked up the hill, checked me in first before even my parents even made it up the hill. So I remember that part too.
Then you had to go all the way up to the third floor, because that was my dorm room.
I was on the third floor, but Terry was there.
Y'all had stairs. Y'all got to carry this shit.
Third floor is when you walk in.
Oh, yeah,
because it was on the hill.
Second floor
so first and second was downstairs. Fourth floor was upstairs, and third floor was where you get in the entranceway.
Yeah. And then everybody's in the elevator. You scared that the elevator might snap.
Cause it's heavy. People.
And then one lady, she was like, "Is they gonna come back?" Cause she just saw a bunch of buckets and stuff with people, toilet paper and stuff. And we was like, "Oh, that ain't ours." Yeah, but she set up for life. Then like every place was packed for last minute shopping.
Was your roommate there when you walked in? Who checked in first? You or your roommate?
I checked in first for my room because I had 2 suite mates in the roommate. My suite mate dad was like knocked out on the couch. He helped us out by just giving us the dolly because we didn't have a dolly at that time. So he was like, "Here, y'all can use this." So that made stuff more easier to move in. And then every stuff that me and my roommate didn't get, we was like, we gonna get it. But when we went to Walmart, like it's cleared out.
Yeah.
Like ain't no curtains, even the cheap curtains gone. Ain't no iron, none of that stuff. Then every food place is packed. So my roommate and her parents, they took me out to eat because my mom and them had to go. And we went to Cheddar and stuff. They paid my food.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, me and my roommate hanging out, but we wasn't close or nothing because we were 2 different type of people. Yeah. And then how was your first week? Like once your parents left, cause you know you be like, I'm good, whatever. Then your parents leave, you can't ask them for nothing.
Okay, so before my parents left, they didn't have enough time for to help me decorate and nothing like that, they made up for it, and they got me dinner from Burger King, and they got me a whole lot of groceries. So I was good food wise. So it was more so having to clean up and decorate it. Cause my roommate had moved in before me, so she had her stuff, and her stuff was looking nice and short. Like she had decorative stuff, looked like a little miniature living room stuff in there.
Man, when I moved in, I didn't have no decorative stuff. It was like
I had decorative stuff.
My mom and they put the bed cover on all there, cause they like let your parents do this, cause once they leave, they gonna be crying.
Gonna miss doing that.
Yeah. So it was at first my room was just plain basic. It was like the covers and the stuff I bought, but my room didn't really get decorative till later on in the school semester when like I had money and I'm just going to Walmart and buying stuff.
No, I had got a poster. My decorative for me was like getting a poster too.
Well, it was like hats and then like the little canvases and paintings. But I didn't get posters till when I moved in apartments.
But what was the question for y'all, by the way? It was
the first week away from home.
So my first week away from home, I really didn't spend it in my room because I knew people from Mobile already. So it was more so hanging out with what they were doing. And then I had some people who came the same year. Alabama A&M got a whole bunch of VCU rank students. So it was kind of like a miniature class reunion being at A&M still. So I had a whole lot of people to hang out with. So I ain't spend that much time on campus.
It was people from my high school coming to A&M, but like everybody that came to A&M, I didn't hang with. So I just stayed in my room. I didn't really make friends till like when school started. And you just meet them by, hey, do you know this place? Because you know it's gonna still be some freshmen lost around campus.
Yeah.
And then conversations go, where you from? And they be like Birmingham or something. And you like, what school you went to? Then blah blah blah. And then once you speak to somebody on A&M campus, you like see them
A lot.
everywhere. So then you like, hey, I remember you.
Yeah, like you, what you doing? Yada yada. How you been?
Because I remember one girl, she was like, oh, so you wasn't just gonna fight me? I was like, oh yeah, oh, I remember you. And then we just start hanging out, doing everything around there. You just meet friends through their friends, and then everybody's just cool. And let's see. What the first the internet dropped. I think it was, how was your experience with your first roommate?
Okay, that's my fashionista. She was a fashion major, and so she was so impressive. She like, like she had a Benz car already. We both freshmen, and so she
She's
was.
the black privilege
She had a Benz car with a handicap
sticker.
sticker on it and everything. So when I drove with her, I was getting like a VIP treatment. So we used to hang out a lot, but on weekends she'll be off somewhere. Like she'll be off like out the city. Like she was doing modeling gigs and all that stuff. But she was chill. She didn't do too much. We never have an argument. She just liked to sleep, eat, and like be in class. And then we'll go out clubbing, and she'll love to go to fashion events. So
For me, I had altogether it was four of us, but it's two people in each room. So I had one roommate and two suite mates. I ain't like them helpers when I first met them because
damn, they have us.
yeah, because they came off the wrong way. So I was like, I'm not gonna hang with y'all for
How
a
they came
while.
out the wrong way.
Like, okay, when school started, we was like, okay, we're gonna do this to keep everybody focused on school. Like,
Yeah.
hey, we all got 8 o'clock. Wake you up at this time. One girl, she just, I came in to see they was up. She grouchy for no reason, just rolling out. I was like, you know what? Be late on your own. Just go. I just stopped hanging them for a while. But then I was like, we gonna have to deal with each other for this whole school year. Might as well tolerate y'all. So I knew how to tolerate them.
My roommate said the first few, not the first few, but like the first week or two, she didn't even know she had a roommate because I wasn't in the room that much. She was like, I know she was here because she said, I know she came because she had stuff that moved around since the last time we'd been here, but I ain't never see me gone. And so it was like I had to get, I had to get tired of my mobile friend to be in my place eventually to build a bond with her. But we always just go check up on each other. I'd be like, hey, if she been gone for a long time and I didn't know she had a trip or something, I text her, hey, you good? You alive? Like, I'll call the police. And she'll do the same for me. And then we go to clubs and stuff together. And plus, I had like an honorary roommate. So it was like three of us always together.
Like, how was it meeting new people?
Okay, so like I said a lot about the mobile people that I had, it wasn't really no need for me to initiate friendship, but I did initiate. The very first friend I initiated, she became basically my lifelong sister because she became an honorary roommate. Then she just here for life now, goddamn. But that was the first friendship, and I was just like, "Hey, you in my history class?" She was like, "Yeah," and I was like, "You live in my hall in my dorm room?" She was like, "Yeah." I was like, "We gonna study together." She was like, "Okay." That's exactly how I went. And no people who know me know I don't really initiate friendship simply because people just come. I don't know understand. I don't know how to describe it. You other friends, I meet people, and I don't making friends wasn't hard for me. I don't know how to say it.
It wasn't hard. You just talk to somebody and be like, oh, do you take this class? Or, hey, you in my class. Did you go to class
Yeah,
Friday
you
or
got
something?
the assignments from it or something like
And
that.
you just help them out because you're like, okay, we don't need to be failing. We coming all the way up here. I know you don't want to go home, so whatever.
I'm be nice.
But most people, I didn't. I don't think I initiated any of the friendships freshman year. I initiated a lot of friendships sophomore and junior year because I think I initiated your friendship my
Yeah.
sophomore year through
You really
McDonald's.
did. It's like you like I got a job. You can apply here, and I was like, oh, okay, you know. And then her and a good friend gave me the ride to get the application. Well, yeah, to get the application, get the interview, and all that stuff. So it was like you really helped me get a job, and so we became friends as we worked together.
Then when we worked together, everybody swore up and down with us because they was like, "How y'all know each other then?
Y'all not roommates? Y'all go to the same school? Y'all? Oh, okay, y'all sisters? Y'all cousins?" I was like, "No, we're not related."
We kept asking that.
Danielle. And I was like, no, like Danielle came in and I forgot something. It was some manager. I forgot which one.
Was it the fat one?
I know their names. I just don't remember which one. I just remember the manager shirt. No, I think it was Josh. Might have been. It seemed like something Josh would do.
Josh, I feel like he was just lost.
Cause they repeatedly asked it, and that seemed like something Josh would do. Cause Diamond them you answer their question, they would have repeated them, but they would understand.
Cause Diamond realized I went to A&M once I said I know Shalisha Sheldon.
Yeah.
And Wanda never asked anything about school. Danielle asked her, and she was like, "Then how y'all know each other? You stay off campus?" She said,
"Yeah,
I used to stay on campus.
Like, we hang out in the library together."
Everybody hang in the third floor. That's how you meet people. Go
it
to
really
the library.
Is.
Really, just go to the library. You would just talk to somebody. They know what the hell they're doing.
But it's different types of friend groups that you can have also. Don't be afraid to have multiple friend groups. That's the advice I'll give. Because you can have people, you have different interests. So why not have people who share them different interests?
Like you got your spade clique. Then you have
the anime lovers.
Anime. That's really, it's like spades, anime, certain TV shows, then the shit talkers, that's like everybody, and then your majors.
And then you break it off, and then you got musicians, you got artists, you got people
that's in organizations and stuff.
Choir, band, and stuff like that. Pre-law society, social work club.
And it's always somebody that's like a freshman on. They're like, anybody's a engineer major or a business major. Then
and
boom.
then you stay in the library long enough, you see them start having tutoring sessions and stuff like that. It'd be dope. Circle library be very beneficial.
What was your favorite moment freshman year?
My favorite moment is when me and my honorary roommate and my roommate we'll get ready together, like get dressed, put on makeup, get our hair done, we'll coordinate our outfits and stuff. And so even off-campus parties and the off-campus stuff that we went to was lit, because me and my roommate in particular, we love driving around, finding good lighting and taking pictures. It doesn't matter. We took pictures in front of a movie theater once with good lighting. We find good lighting and just take pictures and stuff. So that's my best moment, because we would just have more fun being together and getting ready and getting unready than we did at the event, in my opinion. What about you?
First semester, freshman year, it was homecoming week and the Magic City Classic weekend. Because homecoming week, that was my first homecoming game. And one of the funniest moments was after the comedy show, I think, my friend was on one of them hoverboards on that hill, like when you're going up past Carver Complex. And she was about to get off and she fell and put some shit. So we went around just showing people, and then we met like a bunch of the football players, whatever, just talking to them, and they were just like, "Hey, what's up?" every time. And then we had Rich Homie and Jacquees for the concert, and that was my first concert, whatever. And then we had D-Ray Davis and Benji Brown for the comedy show. And it was like a fun experience and stuff. You get a lot of free stuff just talking to people like, "Hey, can I get some food?"
Yeah.
And then classic weekend, that was my first actual classic game going to. Because like in Tuscaloosa, they'd be like, "What's going on this week?" And it was like classic, but I never been to the classic anything.
My first classic was very, very memorable because.
Was that freshman year or sophomore year?
I went there freshman year, and so I went with my honorary roommate, and so she knew this girl who was driving. The girl wanted her to go, so my honorary roommate was like, "I'm gonna bring my homegirl also," cause they wasn't close. So the driver had a friend, and then my honorary roommate had me, and my honorary roommate was from the place where the class was held at. So she was like, "I'm gonna go and hang out with my the people from home." And so I was going to classes, but I ain't had the money for it. So I thought we were just gonna be like walking around the tents and stuff. Nobody
No.
like I ain't know the driver and the homegirl. So I ain't have enough money for no ticket. Like I wasn't about to spend that stuff. So I was like, okay,
It's like
I'm gonna make.
$15.
I don't know what happened. I just was not in the financial aspect of doing that shit. And so plus I didn't want to go and be at the game by myself at that time. I was like, I'm not gonna enjoy this. And so I was wandering around the outside for a good minute. Like I had a lot of fun doing, took pictures, I talked to some people, but then I was getting bored because the football game was lasting forever. So I decided to walk back to the car. So if you know Classic Week, you know that parking spot is gonna be a little
Far out.
walk, a
You
little
gonna
walk to
go to the Sheraton Hotel and park.
yeah. So my ass was walking in Montgomery by myself, trying to remember where we parked at. So that was a little miniature adventure. And then I get in the car. It's a blessing that the car is unlocked because the girl, like I said, the driver is in the classic in the game with her homegirl. They met up with some other friends. They enjoying the game. So my phone dies, and so I was like, okay, nothing to do but sleep. So I'm asleep in the car, and I get out. This is how you know I've been there for a minute. So I get out the car after I wake up. I hang out on top of the car, just looking and doing my shit by myself and stuff. Then I get back in the car and boredom and lay down. I'm not asleep, but I'm laying down. So eventually, I see a lot of people coming back, and so the driver and her homegirl, I hear them because I hear their voices and stuff. I don't remember their names because that's how we wasn't close. We didn't know each other until that day. So I hear them coming and everything. I'm just laying down. I'm thinking they see me because it's like a street light or right above near the parking spot. So I'm just laying down. I wait till they get in the car and they talking. And so I get up. I lean up and the girl screams. He like do this blood curling scream. Scared the fuck out of me now. She's scared. And the homegirl looking at me like she seen a ghost, and I'm like, what the fuck? And so she started crying. The driver started crying, had to get out the car, and I was like, what? Like my appearance just scared you or something? Like what the fuck? And so she was like, what are you doing? I thought you was getting. I thought you had your own ride back, and I was like, this is my only ride. I did not know. I don't have no other way back to Huntsville. She was like, okay, I thought you was a robber. I didn't know what was happening. Just something came out the back seat, and I was like, I ain't want to say nothing out there because you like scared me and you're scared. So I was like, I was just silent, and so we had to go pick up my honorary roommate like 45 minutes later or something. But that whole ride back was just silent for my part because I was just like, mm-mm. That was my classic week.
And then spring semester, spring week, freshman year was terrible. It was unorganized. Like they ended it early because people wasn't participating in it. That's how bad it was.
21 Savage concert. No,
that wasn't freshman year. This was
that was your freshman year. That was my freshman year. 21 Savage.
We had Young Thug. He ain't do. We paid $20. He ain't do that many songs.
Damn.
And then I ended up meeting one of my best friends towards the end of spring semester. And so my funnest moment second semester was hanging out with them because it was like every night we was just out till 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning, just going to dinner, steak and shake, ride around, going to the mountains, and being at the parties just playing random games and making it childish. And then go to class the next day like nothing happened. Alright, so how was move out day for you?
Okay, so move out day for me, my roommate left first. She left a few days earlier than move out day because she was done with her finals and she had access to leave. So I was by myself for a good time, so I was packing everything ahead of time. And so me and my honorary roommate, we hung out and we spent like a sleepover before the official move out day. And so move out day, we toasted and we like kind of reminisced on our whole year, and then we made plans to what we're gonna do next year when we come back. So packing was easy because I had a lot of time and a lot of space to do it. And at first, I really didn't want to move. I didn't want to go back to Mobile because that's how great my school year was. I feel like going back to Mobile would diminish my growth of being back to the people. Like, I wanted to see my squad and my family, but just being in the environment, I thought it was gonna make me be who I was. But it actually didn't. It was very beneficial.
Move out there for me is terrible because you don't know how much stuff you buy while you in your dorm room throughout the school semester till you start packing and it's time to leave. So literally the whole wall is just all my stuff I gotta take home. Then every time you go downstairs you ask for a wagon, it's never available when you need it. And when you don't need it, it's there. So I stay on the third floor. I gotta take all this stuff down, the elevator shoes. So sometimes you have to go on the stairwell, walk all the way down, and go put it in the car. And then the car got so full, I had to leave some of the stuff and throw it away.
Damn.
Yeah, it was like mirrors and stuff. And then, how does it feel to go to a HBCU now?
Like I said, when I first started, I didn't think of A&M as a HBCU. I just thought of it as college my sister attended. And so I didn't really, it gave me a better understanding of the show A Different World because when I rewatch it now, I understand it in a different perspective than when I first watched it. And now that I know what HBCU is, now I know that the pride behind it and the meaning and the unity of it, I'm really appreciative that I chose this school, and I'm really glad that I have HBCU pride.
Bro, I used to go to financial aid every day just to watch HBCU. I mean, just to watch A Different World. Like, ain't nothing wrong with my financial aid. I'm like, okay, they on a good episode. Alright, so for me, it's amazing because I don't feel like I'm the token black in the room or in the building. A&M, even though it's a HBCU, it has a diverse campus.
Yeah.
Like, especially with the teachers, the faculty, and the students.
The athletes in particular.
And then, like, HBCUs, they make us stronger because we have to figure it out on our own, which is a good thing sometimes. Instead of always having somebody making it for you. And then anything you would do different?
Differently, I won't say I would do anything different because it made me the person I am now. But there is some aspects I wish I could have learned the lesson a little quicker. Like I had lost friends in freshman year, and I lost a whole like the Mobile people I talked about. I lost a good portion of them freshman year. Made me have to swing closer to the friends that I was making through my freshman class. It made me have to pull closer to them and try to build stronger bonds with them. So it was like a sense I wish I would have appreciated my diverse social groups more with a juggling them instead of being too dependent on one. Understand I had different social groups. So that's one thing that I guess if I did it differently, I wish I would have had more understanding and appreciative of it.
I wish I would have known more people that was business majors. Because it was like everybody, man, they was STEM majors. Like they was mostly engineers or science majors. You rarely see a business major. It was seem like. And then I wish I would have handled certain situation that happened freshman year completely different. Because it wasn't even worth even speaking to them. And then, what is some advice you would give to incoming college students?
Okay, so you came here for your education. Don't forget that your education is what got you to this different world. But at the same time, there is more. There's more to life. There's also learning yourself, learning what you like to do outside of making money, learning about other people too. And when you help people, you're helping yourself. So I would say make education your top priority and make everything else under that priority be worthy of being in your life.
Okay, so with me, I would say take advantage of the stuff you currently have when you in college or whatever, because it coming at your tuition. Like you have counselors, if something going on with you, don't talk to other toxic people that's just making it worse. Like as you go to the little health center and ask for a counselor, because right now it's free. You go after you graduate, you're paying probably a lot of money out of pockets
for an hour.
Just per minute, probably. And then build a professional relationship with your professors, because when you can't find an internship or the career fair or something not accepting you, your professor can look out for you and be like, hey, go to this website and check it out.
Here's a little sneak that nobody, not that many people know, but it's really obvious. Professors like to help students whom they think will make a change, whom they think will be a worthy person of helping, having their help, basically.
Basically, a closed mouth don't get fed. So speak up.
But don't be asking your professors for help or internship when you know you missed their classes 5 days after 5 classes, or when you come up late, or when you in their class you don't pay attention or you always
Yeah,
on your
like
phone.
you gotta help you help them. You
Yeah,
gotta help you them for them to help you out.
cause don't be seeking no handout. Be able to show that you're worthy of whatever help they blessing you with.
Or you can't always ask if I'm gonna get a grade for this. No, the purpose of this is to learn.
And sometimes people are busy. You gotta understand that the adults here, they also got schedules. They also got families that they juggling and stuff. So don't always put your grades or your work or just something that's supposed to be for you, or like your financial aid stuff. Your if you miss an assignment or you miss class and stuff like that. Don't be just expecting your professor to automatic off the back get that, help you with that stuff, because it's
Yeah.
yours. It's you. You got to be independent in the sense of getting your business done.
And then what you make out of your college experience is basically the outcome. So if you're just staying in your room all the time,
Talking
okay,
about I want to make friends.
yeah, but you're not doing that. Of course, college for you at that campus was born.
You only
Like
in your dorm
you
room.
don't always need like HGA to be like do this and that. You can literally. I remember first year when spring weeks up, there people was on Twitter just texting, "Hey, we finna have a kickball game on the
Yeah,
quad," and we didn't have no base or fields and that. We just got trash can, make the bases and stuff. Like you can just do this on your own.
you can organize stuff as well as have the school organize stuff. Because sometimes the school is just not going to understand how to make a party lit. And sometimes being at the quad, my freshman year, we first semester it was so many people on the quad. We had quad parties that wasn't due to school. It was just us hanging out at nighttime saying
And
let's
then
meet.
it started in cold, so like they ended quick.
Yeah, but it's stuff like that. You meet people just by being out in the community. You ain't gonna meet nobody just being in your room. Cause if you have a stranger in your room, your first thing is gonna be like, "Who are you? Why are you in my room?"
You ain't gonna have nobody come with your room because like you barely have visitation as it is.
I'm in Norman Hills now, so I
So
only
I
had to
was at
say,
night both
"Oh,
freshman and sophomore.
Terry." Terry, they didn't have visitation a lot, but I was in Thomas a lot. Okay, so
Terry second floor.
Thomas was a building right next door to, like, right across the street from Terry, and they, when I say street, I mean literally just a corner.
And
It's no,
across the street from Palmer
yeah,
and the advisory hall.
yeah. So it was easy to go to Thomas, and I used to just hang out, play games, and just one of my homeboys was already in that building, so I hung out with him during his shift a lot, along with a lot of friends, and we'll just be having talks and stuff like that. So it wasn't really a matter of visitation for me.
And then always remember, focus on getting that degree because it's the main reason you get in college, but also have fun.
Yes. So we hope our advice helped you. We hope that you will also share your college freshman experience in the comments below. And don't forget to just enjoy life and be blessed.
Bye.